Dan marilah kita masuk pada penampilan kita yang terakhir, yaitu diskusi dengan menggunakan bahasa Inggris antara program Darwis dan program IICP. Dalam hal ini kami haturkan kepada saudara Muhammad Nur Ghazali selaku moderator. Waktu dan tempat kami haturkan. Dan untuk durasi waktu yang tersedia adalah 30 menit.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hamdan wa syukran lillah, amma ba'du. Our Noble Excellency Prince Abdul Hanan Tibian as the leader of Puncak Darussalam Islamic Boarding School. Honorable to all inviters and to all VIP inviters, all headmasters, all audiences, and all santries whom I love. And I don't forget to thank to the Master of Ceremony who has given me a great opportunity to be the moderator of this discussion. Let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Nur Ghazali. I come from West Tambru and I'm the second class of senior high school. And nowadays you will see our performance, that is discussion between IICP International Islamic Class Program and Darussalam International Language Student Darwis. And Darwis brings the title about hijab, and IICP brings the title about alcoholic drink. And for the first, I would like to give to the first speaker from IICP.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Khalil Zainul Fuad. I come from Pasuruan and I'm the second class of junior high school, and I'm the first speaker of this discussion.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Alfan Samsul Arifin. I come from Pamekasan, actually in Larangan Badung. I'm the first class of junior high school and I'm the second speaker. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So I would like to introduce myself. My name is Mustafa Kamal. I come from Malaysia. I'm at the first class of junior high school, and I'm the third speakers of these explanations.
Okay, now I would like to explain in front of you all about alcoholic drink. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yas'alunaka 'anil khamri wal maisir, and they ask you concerning alcoholic drink and gambling. So if a person hear the word Homer, they sometimes think that it's alcoholic drink. But in Islamic Shariat, the real of Homer is not alcoholic drink alone, but also it has general meaning. The meaning of Homer according to etymology, Homer is from grape with intoxicant only to the man. It can make them unconscious. The meaning of Homer according to terminology, part of scholars different argumentation about Homer in terminology. The verse argumentation state that Homer is include something either liter or much, is from grape, date, and wet flour. Their postulate is kullu muskirin khamrun wa kullu muskirin haramun. Every something intoxicate is Homer, and every something intoxicate is haram or forbidden. And the second argumentation state that Homer is from grape with intoxicant only. Kul fi ma ismun kabirun wa manafi'u linnas. Say, in them is great sin and some benefit for men. Wa ismu makbarun min naf'ima. But the sin of them is greater than their benefit. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Al-ahkamu syar'iyatu, the syariat laws. Al-hukmul awalu, the first law. Halil ayatul karimatu dalatun ala tahrimil khamri. The question is Al-Baqarah verse, namely Yas'alunaka 'anil khamri wal maisir, indicate to the forbidden of Homer. Dhahaba ba'dul ulama'i illa hadhil ayata yas'alunaka 'anil khamri wal maisir dalatun ala tahrimil khamri. Part of scholars give opinion that this verse, namely Yas'alunaka 'anil khamri wal maisir, indicate to the forbidden of Homer. Li'anna Allah Ta'ala dzakara fiha, because Allah delmenti mentioned in it qaulahu on his decree kul fi ma ismun kabirun wa qad haramal isma, and he Allah prohibited the ism biqaulihi, by his decree inna ma harama rabbiyal fawaisa ma dhahara minha wa ma batana wal isma. But the thing that my Lord is indeed forbidden are al fawahis, whether commit openly or secretly, and ism. Wa hadha ikhtiyarul qadi Abi Ya'la, and this argumentation is chosen by al qadi Abi Ya'la scholars. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dhaba jumhurul ulama'i ila hadhil ayata taqtadi dhammal khamri duna tahrimiyah. The majority of scholars give opinion that this verse give understanding alcoholic drink is not to prohibit it. Bidalili anna abadu sahabati syaribul khamra ba'da nuzulia. It based on the postulate that there are part of Prophet companion still drinking alcoholic drink after its verse revealed. Kama marra fi asbabin nuzul, as it was explained in asbabin nuzul. Walau faimut tahrima lama syaribaha ahadum minhum. If they understand alcoholic drink is prohibited, they will not certainly drink it. Wa hadhil ayatu mansukhatun bi ayatil maidati, and this verse was abrogated with Al-Maidah verse. Qala al-Qurtubi, Imam al-Qurtubi said, fi hadhil ayati dhammal khamri, that the meaning of this verse, namely yas'alunaka 'anil khamri wal maisir, is to decry alcoholic drink. Famat tahrimu fayu'lamu bi ayatil ukhra, while the forbidden of it could have been known by other verse. What is this? Hiya ayatul maidati, namely al-Maidah verse. Ya ayyuhalladzina amanu innamal khamru wal maisiru wal ansabu wal azlamu rijsum min amali syaitan. Wa ala hadha aktsarul mufassirina, and this argumentation is chosen by the majority of scholars. Maybe this only that I can deliver to you all, and now I would like to give to second speaker to continue my discussion.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, I want to continue my friend discussion. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Al-hukmu sani, the second law, ma hiya al-khamru, what is alcoholic drink? Wa hal hiya ismun likulli muskirin, is it one of name of every something intoxicates? Ikhtalafa al-ulama'u fi tahrifil khamri ma hiya. Scholars have different argumentation about the definition of alcoholic drink. What is it? Faqala Abu Hanifah, then Abu Hanifah said, al-khamru sarabul muskiru min asirin abi faqat. Alcoholic drink is an intoxicating drink made from grape distillation only. Wa ammal muskiru min ghairihi kasarabi min at-tamri aw as-sa'iri, while the intoxicating drink made from grape distillation is as like a drink made from dates or wheat flour seeds. Fala yusamma khamran bal yusamma nabidan, so it is not named as homer but it is nabid. So here Imam Abu Hanifah divided intoxicating drink into two kinds. The first kind is homer and the second kind is nabid. Wa hadha madhhabu Kufina wa Nahai wa Thawri wa Ibn Abi Layla, and this was chosen by Kufa, An-Nahai, Ath-Thawri and Ibn Abi Layla scholar. Wa dhahaba jumhur Malikun wa Shafi'i wa Ahmadu ila anna khamrun ismu likulli sarabil muskiri. The majority of scholars, namely Imam Malik, Imam As-Shafi'i and Imam Ahmad, give opinion that alcoholic drink is it one of name of every intoxicating drink. Sawa'an kana min asili nabi awi tamri awi sa'iri, either it's made from grape distillations, dates, wheat flour seeds and other. Wa huwa madhhabu jumhuril muhaddisina walil hijazi, and this is alul hijaz and halul hadis persuasions. Hujjatul Kufina wa Abu Hanifah, the argumentation of Kufa scholar and Abu Hanifah. Ihtajal Kufina wa Abu Hanifah bi anna al-ambiratan la tusamma khamran wa la yusamma haram illa say'il al-mustaddu min asili inabi. Kufa scholar and Abu Hanifah give argumentations that nabit it's not mentioned and named as alcoholic drinks, except it's made from grape distillations. Bil-lughati was sunnati, according to etymology and sunnah. Amma lughatu, according to etymology, faqalu abil aswadi andu ali wa huwa hujjatul fil lughati. As it was stated by Abil Aswad Adu Ali, he is the master of language. He says that Nabit and Homer is one brother. Because of what? Because Nabit and Homer, if we drink, we can be an intoxicated man. Wa amma sunnatu, and according to the sunnah, one day there was intoxicated man came to Rasulullah, and Rasulullah asked him, "Did you drink Homer?" And he said, "I didn't drink it since it was forbidden by Allah and His Messenger." And Rasulullah asked him again, "And what did you drink?" And he said, "I drink 2 mixtures." Then the rawi or the narrator said, "Faharrama Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam al-khalitaini." Then Rasulullah forbade 2 mixtures. Then the intoxicated man didn't say Homer as 2 mixtures in Prophet's side. Then Prophet didn't deny him. So the point here, intoxicated drink divided into 3 kinds. The first kind is Homer, the second kind is Nabit, and the third or the last is 2 mixtures. Maybe that's all that I can deliver to you all. And this can I will give to the third speaker to continue my explanation.
So I would like to continue my friend explanations. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hujjatul Jumhuri, the argument of the majority of scholar. Wastarallah hijazuna wa jumhurul fuqaha'i ila anna kulli muskirin. Hijaz scholar and the majority of alul fiqh take the postulate that every something intoxicates is mentioned as Homer. Bimayal, it based on the postulates below. The first, Hadithu Ibnu Umar, narrated by Ibnu Umar. Kullu muskirin khamrun wa kullu muskirin haramun. Every something intoxicates is Homer, and every something intoxicates is haram. Second, Hadithu Abi Hurairah, narrated by Abi Hurairah. Al-khamru min hataini shajarataini wa ashara'il karami wan nakhlati. Wine is prepared from 2 trees, and it is made from grapes and dates, and Rasulullah has beckoned to the grapes of grapes and dates. And the third, Hadith to Ibnu Umar, narrated by Ibnu Umar. Nazala tahrimul khamri yawma nazala wa hiya min khamsatin fil minal inabi wat tamri wal khintati was sha'iri was zarati. And it is made, the prohibition of wine was prohibited at the time, and it is made from 5 things. It is made from grapes, dates, wheat flour seeds, barley and corn. Wal khamru ma khamarul akla, and wine is what infects the mind. So the point of my explanation is, every something intoxicates is mentioned as Homer, and there is no other words except Homer. So there is no nabits or 2 mixtures. It's only Homer. We mention it as Homer. It is because of it was taken from the word Homaro, namely cover minds up. So if we drink Homer, so we will lose our mind until it's cover our minds to things about some things. So we feel unconscious to what we're gonna do until we gonna feel free or freedom to what we're gonna do to each other, and we doesn't compare which one is boy until which one is girl, and until we feel that there is no halal or haram, and everything is free or freedoms for us to do, and it is what makes your minds unconscious. Maybe that's all that from us, and I would like to give back again to the moderator.
Thanks a lot to IICP program. And is there a question for Darwis?
I have a question.
Just continue.
I will ask to the second speaker that you said kullu muskirin homrun wa kullu muskirin haramun. In our country, we often hear the word intoxicated, which is mentioned intoxicated. So, if there is someone feel dizzy or stomachache because of driving a car, or eat durian too much and then he feel it also, so is his action include of something sin or forbidden? Thank you.
Thank you very much for your best questions. And the answer is, these actions are not include of something sins and haram, because truly car is not include of something intoxicates, and also durian is too. While the intoxicate drinks is from fruits distillations, which is having fermentations, and it can make somebody in being intoxicates. Maybe that's all that I can answer.
That's all the answer from IICP. And for the next is from Darul Salam Welfare International Language student Darwis. And I would like to give to the first speaker to deliver your performance.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Lutfi S. and I come from Pasien Pamekasan, and I'm at the second grade of upper secondary school, and I'm at the first speaker of this discussion.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Well, first, let me introduce myself. My name is Sulan Ali. I come from Bicorong Pakong, Pamekasan, and I'm the third grade of upper secondary school. And now, I'm as the second speaker.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Adianto. I come from Tubul Timur Pegantunan, Pamekasan, and I'm the first class of upper secondary school, and I'm the third speaker.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Al-ahkamu syar'iyyatu, the religious law. Al-hukmul awwal, the first law. Hal yajibul hijabu ala jami'in nisa'i, is hijab obligated for all women? Yadul zahirul ayatul karimatu ala anna al-hijaba mafrudun ala jami'in mu'minati al-mukallafati syar'an. Al-karimah verse show that hijab is obligated for all mukallaf muslimah women by syara'. Wahunna, and they are al-muslimatu al-harailu al-baligatu, muslimah independent and mature. Liqaulihi ta'ala, as Allah decree in Al-Quran, Ya ayyuhan nabiyyu qul li azwajika wa banatika wa nisa'il mu'minin. O Prophet, tell to your wife and your daughter and Muslim's wife. This sentence is explained about, is hijab obligated for all women or not? And the answer is not. Hijab is not obligated for all women, but hijab is only obligated for Muslimah women, and especially for Harizi Muslimah women. And Harizi Muslimah is Muslimah who has independent and mature. And this explanation is best shown Allah decree, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya ayyuhan nabiyyu qul li azwajika wa banatika wa nisa'il mu'minin yudnina 'alayhinna min jalabibihinna. And the meaning is, O Prophet, tell to your wife and your daughter and Muslim's wife, let them to cover their body by using hijab. So from this verse, the explanation become clear that hijab is only obligated for Muslimah women, not others. And for non-Muslimah women, they are not oppressed with the law of Islam. While using hijab is some worship, and worship is some instruction which is shown to all Muslim people. So wearing hijab for Muslimah women is like praying, fasting, and donating for Muslim people. If there is a woman not using hijab because of keep up with her environment, or bashful to her friends because her friends there is no one who use hijab, whereas she know that using hijab is her obligation, so she is belonging to several religious women to Islamic learning. And if she still deserve of it or consider it, it's like something not important, so she is kafir and go out from Islam. So that's all for me. In the next 80-second explanation, it will be explained by my friends.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Well, now I will explain to you all about Al-Hukm Tsani, the second law. Ma hiya kayfiyatul hijabi? How to do hijab Islamic view? Amarallahul mu'minati bil hijabi wartida'il jilbabi siyanatan lahunna wa ifdan. Allah ordered Muslim women to wear the hijab by wearing jilbab to keep and maintain them. What is the meaning of keep and maintain? The meaning of keep, that is maintain herself by others women, I mean from men, and maintain herself by calumny. And the meaning of maintain, that is maintain herself by the shine sign and others. وَقَدْ اخْتَلَفَ أَهْلُ التَّأْوِيلِ فِي كَيْفِيَةِ هَذَا التَّسَتُّرِ عَلَى أَقْوَالٍ. Many interpreters have different view in implementing the hijab, including Alif فأخرج ابن جرير الطبري عن ابن سيرين أنه قال. Ibn Jarir is said, an opinion from Ibn Sirin, that he said, Sa'altu Ubaidah Salmaniya an hadhil ayah. I asked Ubaidah Salmaniya about this verse. What about this verse? Yudnina alayhinna min jalabibihinna. Let them cover their body by using hijab. Farafa'a milhabatan kanat alayhi. Then he took a blanket in him, I mean Ubaidah Salmaniya. وَفَتَقَنَّ بِهَا, and he made it as a veil. وَغَطَّ رَأْسَهُ كُلَّهُ حَتَّى بَلَغَ الْحَاجِبَيْنِ. Then he covered the entire head until to eyebrows. وَغَطَّ وَجْهَهُ, and covered his face. وَأَخْرَجَ عَيْنَهُ الْيُسْرَى مِنْ شَكِّ وَجْهِ الْأَيْسَارِ, and showed the left eye from the left side of the face. So the conclusion is like this. So this is the conclusion for the first view, and let's move to the second view. Warawa Ibn Jaririn wa Abu Hayyana. Ibn Jarir and Abu Hayyan narrated an Ibn Abbasin radiyallahu anhu, from Ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhu, annahu qala, that he said, Talwil jilbaba fawqal jabini, wrap the hijab on the top of the temples, wa tasudduhu, and tie it. Summa ta'tifu 'ala al-anfi, then the fleck above the nose. Wa in dhaharat 'aynaha, so her eyes looked. Lakinnahu yastu sadra wa mu'dham al-wajhi, but the veil is able to cover the entire chest and face. So the conclusion is like this. So this is the conclusion for the second view. And let's move to the third view. Jim waruya an-Sudi fi kayfiyatihi. It was narrated by Imam As-Sudi on how to do hijab. Annahu qala, that he said, Tugatti ihda 'aynaha wa jabhataha. They had to cover one of the two eye. Wa shiqqal akhara illa al-'ayna, and the other side except the eye. So the conclusion for the third view, that's same with the first view. But in the first view, that she have to show the left eye and cover the right eye. And in the second view, that she haven't to cover one of the two eye. But the veil is able to cover the entire chest and face. But in the third view, that she have to cover one of the two eye. So that it doesn't matter what she want. Although she wanna cover the left eye or the right eye, so that doesn't matter. While she cover one of the two eye. Okay, maybe that's all from me, and I would like to give to the third speaker to continue my explanation.
Okay, now I would like to continue my friend explanation, and it's exactly in the third law. Al-Hukmu Thalithu, the third law. Hal yajibu ala mar'ati satru wajhiha, is women obligated to cover their face? Taqaddama ma'ana fi suratin Nur, it has been explained above in another chapter. Annal mar'ata manhiyatun anil ibda'i illa lil maharimi, that the women is forbidden to show their ornament except their mahram. And it's so clear that Allah decree in Al-Quran, ولا يبدين زينتهن إلا لبعولتهن أو آبائهن. That they should draw their evil over their besom and not display their beauty except their family the mahram. I mean their father and husband. Wa masrud jamali, pure beauty and calumny. Walamma kana lahu asla zinati, because the face is main point of ornament. It has been clarified in the verse above that in another chapter that a female interdicted to exhibit their aura except their family the mahram. The meaning of mahram is someone who can marry to her, and it so explicit in the verse of An-Nur indicate that wala yubdina zinatahunna illa libu'uladihinna aw abaihinna, that they should draw their evil over their besom and not display their beauty except their mahram. I mean their husband, their father, and so forth. As we had now one together that turn up beauty and calumny are looked at to their face, because face is main point of ornament. Therefore, cover up the face from the male side that not their mahram is obligatory. They have to do by Muslimah women or existence of Muslimah women. Scholars has view that the face of women not aura. They require that the face of women no using any ornament, anything about it. It's like face powder, makeup, and the agent which usual use for making pretty herself and exactly self of calumny. If can self of calumny, thus prescribable to expose it. In spite of the women no using any jewelry, any ornament, anything about it, but it's only calumny, thus the women constant obligatory to using hijab well. Because we can take variable of it, we can brush it to candy. The other one still in the cover and the other one still export. So the candy that has been export will swam by hand, and the candy that's still in the cover will ignite by hand. So it can be preferable to the women to using it, and I mean keep it well. And talking about calumny in this globalization era, I mean globalization era is not peaceful anymore and can be dubbed. Therefore, the interpreter of this classical book, namely Surah Al-Isbuni, has view that the women must cover up their ornament, I mean their face. Because the purpose of it for keep the glory of Muslimah women, I mean their ornament. So the women have to keep it as good as possible. Okay, maybe that's all from our institution, exactly Darussalam Welfare International Language Student, and I will give back the time to the moderator of this agenda.
Thanks a lot to Darussalam Welfare International Language Student. And for IICP, is there a question for Darwis?
I have a questions.
Okay, please.
So, we often see many women talking about the problem of hijab in this beloved country. How do they use hijab, which is instructed by Islamic Sharia? Whereas there's no many women using hijab.
Okay, thanks for your question. Well, I will answer your question just now. So that's not appropriate. Because why? Because in all of Mufassir opinion, cover the face that dirty. There was divided or scholar of Islamic then allowed to expose her face, but with pre-requirement. The first, there is no the element of makeup in her face, as like face powder, lipstick, and others. And the second, there is peaceful from calumny. While the reality of ordinary Indonesian peoples expose her face and wearing makeup in her face. So the conclusion that's not appropriate with Islam law. That's all.
Maybe that's all our performance in this golden occasion. As the master of stream, as the moderator of this program, if I got many mistake and fault from the beginning till the end, I beg your apologies. The last but not least, I say, Summa salamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Itulah tadi penampilan-penampilan yang telah ditampilkan dari berbagai program yang berada di Puncak Darussalam. Akhirnya dari kami, atas segala kekurangan dan kekhilafan kami mohon maaf. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.